There's down power lines every couple of feet. Plus, we've got slabs of wood with dozens of nails sticking out. So it's very, very dangerous. We've got crews going door to door still, making sure there's no one stuck inside these homes. They're stuck under anything. Let's take a look at the flooding here in this neighborhood. You can see it's still very deep, over ½ a foot high at this time, and this is the shallow part of the water. Over here, the flooding comes straight up to your thigh. All right, let's show you some more of this parade. Moving down here, we've got the tidal float over here, the main float of the Crew of Artemis parade. Hey, ladies, show us your float. Let's see.
One of those tornadoes rocked the Baton Rouge neighborhood yesterday, sweeping up homes, leaving miles and miles of wreckage in its wake.
Today, Local 33's Talia Samelian spoke with residents there. She joins us now live from Dag Street. Talia, how's it looking out there tonight?
Jean, Fred, it's a heartbreaking sight out here. Looking around, there's dozens of homes that are just leveled. There's barely even a power line still standing. I'm inside what used to be the Oliver's family kitchen. This, too, is now just a pile of rubble. Alexander says even under modest budget cuts, there's a chance that campuses could become ghost towns by May. Falling oil prices may be bad for our state's economy, but you won't hear anyone at the pumps complaining. People in North Baton Rouge are upset the Breck Baton Rouge Zoo could be moving locations. But a recent study shows they don't come and visit very often. All it takes is a few steps into this grocery store to see there's no fruits or vegetables. We've got donuts, candy, beer, but no tomatoes, plums, or heads of lettuce. When laying them down, you want to lay them flat, pat them, and stack them like bricks, making sure they extend about a foot on each side. So in an effort to keep those fumes from spreading, plant officials are hosing down the leak with water. You can actually see the ammonia billowing out of the middle of the tank as officials work to contain it.
Everybody around here is pretty spooked right now.
You can sense it in the air, the heaviness, a promise of what's to come.
We all feel like we're gonna get hit again.
It's been exactly 2 weeks since a tornado ripped through Baton Rouge. Now another strong storm threatens what little Stanley Keys has left.
And we're already in a pretty vulnerable state right now. We're pretty fragile out here right now, so I'm praying and I'm hoping for the best.
Stanley built this home for his son after Hurricane Katrina left him with nothing.
It's not much, but it was home.
These slabs of wood used to be the roof over his head, and this fan, a welcome sight on sweltering summer days.
Well, 9 years of memories and hard work right here. It all happened in 90 seconds.
Stanley fears what 4 days of torrential downpour will mean.
I'm hoping that I don't wake up and this building is on the ground because there's nothing holding it. It's just there.
Stanley's second chance home is beyond repair. The roof is gone, the foundation broken. And once the sky opens up, unleashing nearly 10 inches of rain, he says there won't be anything left worth saving. In Baton Rouge, Talia Samelian, Local 33 News.
No funding, no future. No funding, no future.
With signs held high, their passion is evident and their message is clear.
Save our schools! Save our schools!
These students are marching to be heard, to influence state lawmakers, and to fight for their futures.
Higher education is not just about people getting degrees. It's also about people finding their truth. It's also people about finding their identity and figuring out what it is that they want to do to contribute to, the society. So it's about Louisiana's future.
Save our schools!
For Joan Broussard, higher education was her way up and out. She grew up in a small rural village where the average woman's income was just above the poverty level. Her time at LSU and the UL School of Pharmacy taught her education can take you anywhere you want to go.
I want that future to be preserved for other people who might want to take that path and chase their dreams to be better healthcare providers for the state of Louisiana.
To balance our state's budget, higher education could lose millions of dollars in funding. Over 100 students marched to the Capitol steps to tell state lawmakers they won't stand for it. Save our schools is certainly the motto of today's protest. Every few minutes we hear from a new person. State lawmakers, Metro Council members, teachers, everyone is rallying behind these students.
I can tell you, you have my vote. You have mine. and you have the vote of many of my colleagues.
Even the LSU president himself joined in on the protest to urge legislators to do what they can to save our schools. For Local 33 News, I'm Talia Samelian.
We all know that parking downtown can be an absolute nightmare. Luckily, the East Baton Rouge Metro Council has decided to do something about that. Local 33's Talia Samelian joins us now in the studio with more. Talia?
Fred, that's right. The Metro Council has a plan to fix our parking dilemma. Right now, Metro Council member John Delgado says it's just a mess downtown. Basically, there's no rhyme or reason to the layout. But he believes a partnership with a new company can fix that. Lately, between construction zones, fire zones, and loading zones, there's nowhere to park in downtown Baton Rouge.
You drive around for like 10 minutes, 15 minutes just to find a spot.
The EBR Metro Council can't stand it either. On Wednesday, the board approved a $100,000 contract to improve parking in the area. The company, Ferganisi Associates, will oversee the project. Its top priority will be to revamp all the on-street parking.
Some of it's metered, some of it's loading zone, some of it's fire zone, and so they're going to come back in and help us designate those spots better, determine the size of the loading zones that we need.
This will hopefully free up some more street parking, because right now there's barely any. Plus, Dotson says finding one is only half the battle.
We finally found a spot. The meter is broken. It's not working, and that's really frustrating.
What we have now are old mechanical meters that they don't even make parts for anymore.
Scrambling for change is the Stone Age way to pay. But soon, plastic will be the new normal.
Also, instead of having a meter at every single spot along the sidewalk, it's just as likely that we would just have one meter bank that could do all of those features.
The company will also automate the east and west side parking garages to help traffic flow.
The parking garage expansion would increase the total amount of spaces available from 1,500 to 2,300 parking spaces. That's a good amount of parking spots, 800 new spots that we can desperately use downtown.
We could start to see these upgrades in the next few months. Live in the studio, I'm Talia Samelian, Local 33 News.